Up YouTube, this is your girl Pimp back with another video, a black excellent video. Today we're going to get back on the topic of carrying guns and being safe and your carrying concealed. And I have a special guest with me today. I'm gonna allow him to introduce himself and then we'll get right into the interview.
How you guys doing? My name is Kick Up Dust 308 on YouTube. My real name is Rob. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. I know it's hard to get this together, but we got it together, and I really, really, really appreciate it so much.
No worries.
Let's get right into it. So, first things first, when did you start your YouTube? Because I know I just recently subscribed to you.
I started my YouTube like 4 months ago. I
Really?
want to say sometime in October. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, sometime in October I started it. I always dance around it, and I was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." And
Same.
homeboys were like, "Yo, you need to do it," and I'm like, we'll see. And they're like, "Just give it a try, see what happens."
Same here. I had started mine. I've been had YouTube, but I used to post like little stuff, but actually doing the interviews and stuff like that like a year ago, because my friends said the same thing. Like, you talk a lot of shit anyway, so you might as well get on YouTube. So yeah. Well, what made your friends say, "Hey, go ahead and do it"? Go ahead and do
it. They would always, one is my interest for firearms.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing, they're like, "Yo, you have a YouTube personality," which I never see. I was like, I don't think I have a YouTube personality. And they're like,
Mm-hmm.
you do, you should try it. And I'm like, we'll see what happens.
Okay, okay. And then what state are you from again?
I'm originally from New York. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. And then I moved to West Virginia.
Okay, Brooklyn in the house. How long you been in West Virginia?
I want to say 6 years.
Okay. So for a minute now. Okay.
I was in Maryland for like 3, and West Virginia. Then I moved to West Virginia, and I've been here for like 6 years.
Mm-hmm. Now, is that the pattern? Because I know a lot of people on the East Coast, and they usually move from like New York to like DC to like West Virginia, and then like back to New York.
Yeah, so it is, because I can't speak on anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
In Brooklyn, like, it was cool growing up. I had a lot of fun, a lot of experiences. I got to see a lot of things, good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I just needed to see something different. I needed to do something different. I knew that in New York, it's like a big playground.
Yep.
And I knew at one point in my life, it was like, yo, listen, not everything's fun and games. You gotta venture off and do something. You gotta move forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a job opportunity.
Okay.
I had gotten a job opportunity, which made it a little easier, and then I moved and worked that for quite some time, and then I stopped and just continue living, and working and stuff.
Yeah. Now, now, did you get your permit from New York, or did you get it from West Virginia?
I got it in West Virginia. Getting a concealed weapons license in New York City is possible, but damn near impossible.
I heard.
It's a big game of who you know. I don't care what anybody says. It's a big game of who you know, and a very, very, very long process.
Is it because of the crime rate, or
the politics? The politics. Yeah, it's the politics. That's they don't want anyone having a firearm. So.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So in West Virginia, what is the process there? Because I know here in Illinois, you have to take like a 2-day class, and you have to pass the test, of course, and things of that nature. Is it the same there?
So yeah, it's fairly simple. You would have to register to a class, do your application for that class. You take the class. At the end of the class, you have to shoot. I don't know about all classes. This is the class I did, so I got certified through that. And then I had to take my application to the sheriff's office, get my fingerprints done, fill out their application, pay their fees. And I think the total process from when I started to when I physically got my concealed weapons license was probably like 4 weeks.
Wow. 4 weeks. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
From start to finish, 4 weeks makes sense. Actually, Illinois is probably longer, because I know they had a backlog. Because Illinois really just became in the past 5-6 years carry and conceal.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because Illinois is like the number one place. Well, Indiana is where people get their guns. And ever since we became a carry and conceal state, the gun it just shot up quickly. Yeah. But Illinois has such strict rules. It's like some people feel like, what's the point of me carrying?
What's the point of me carrying? Yeah.
It's so strict, But at the same time, I'd rather have it than not have it.
That's a fact.
Especially everything that's going on with all this, because I do ride sharing for extra money. They stealing cars, all types of stuff. So I'd rather have it than not. You got to
protect yourself. You have to. Yeah. You have to protect yourself. Sometimes dialing 911 just ain't it. You don't have that 2 minutes. You don't have that 3 minutes. In certain cases, certain places, you don't have 20 minutes.
Right.
Depending on where you're at.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what do you carry every day?
I carry a Glock 19, a Gen 4 Glock 19.
Yeah, okay. So what is it about the Glock that you like? Because I know, me personally, I'm not like crazy like other people are about Glocks. Because I know that's, everybody's like, oh, Glock. So what is it about the Glock? So
I went through a series of firearms to conceal carry. And then I was just like, you know what? And then I built a few polymer 80s,
Really?
Okay. Yeah. And I have an interesting story about that. We could talk about that later, why I stopped carrying those. And then I was just like, you know what? Let me get my hands on a Glock. And I carried the Glock and I shot it so much. I was like, you know what? I'm going to carry this, daily. It is, depending on budget for who it is, it was affordable, very affordable for me.
Okay.
Comfortable. I had to do some stuff to make it comfortable. And it just works. It just works. And in the event of I ever had to use it to defend myself, like people don't realize that you're going to go through the legal system. You're getting arrested.
Yep.
And there's a chance you might not get that firearm back.
Yep.
So I went with the budget friendly, super reliable, and it works.
And it works.
And it works. 100% it's going to work every single time.
So the reliability of it. And you know what? You bring up a good point. Because I have a friend who recently, that's what happened to her. She had to use it, and even though it's all clear and dandy, did nobody get hurt, she's still waiting on her gun. And I'm like, what is the holdup? It was self-defense, obviously. Lucky for her, it was cameras outside as well that helped her with her defense. We also have the USSC, insurance, where you call people and stuff like that. Please get that, people. I don't know why people don't get it. They need to get it.
Yeah, I gotta hop on that. I'm not gonna buy a Slack. Yeah, I gotta get that.
Please, it's worth the $40 a month. They got different plans. So it's a $30 plan, $40 plan. I think it's like a $60 plan. But please get it, because I swear that saved her, from a lot of headache and pain. And so right now it's just getting the gun back. And I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. It
is crazy, and if that ever happened to me, and they took my Glock, I'd be like, all right, they took my Glock. Something else to have, let me just go grab something else. Like, that's it.
Yep, that's it. So what is your because do y'all have the castle law down there?
We have something like that. We have something like that. Yeah, it's something like that. So essentially, yes, it's like a castle law. If it's like personal property, you're supposed to let your personal property go. As far as I'm concerned. So if somebody's stealing your car, like, it's just one of those, like, you'll let them go.
Yeah, because that can be replaced.
Yeah, that could be replaced. So.
Okay, got you. That makes sense. So what will be like your home? What's your home defense?
So I have I call it my nightstand firearm.
Okay.
A Glock 23. It's a 40 cal Glock, but it's a polymer 80. It's one of them that I built, and I have it in my nightstand, which kind of makes no sense because a situation happened a few weeks back. It was actually a little more than that, but I heard a noise in my house, and I got up, and I'm like, somebody's in my house.
Oh shit!
And I didn't even grab that. I grabbed my Glock 19. I grabbed my everyday carry. I just skipped over it. you know, so.
I mean, that makes sense out of habit.
Out of habit, you know, it's like grabbing your wallet and your phone and your keys every day. That's what I carry every day.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what is your, I guess, favorite gun?
Oof.
I know everybody says that.
Yeah, that's a hard one. I'm going to say it's my favorite because I get to shoot it the least, and I really still have that urge to play with it, but I don't have the room. It is a bolt action rifle. It's my Ruger precision rifle.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely my top favorite, but I don't get to shoot it like that. You know, I haven't, you know, get to scratch that itch that I've been looking for because I don't have the space. You know, all our ranges, the outdoor ranges go out to 100, you know, and that rifle goes way beyond that. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, is there any place that you can go?
Yeah, there's one, but there's a lot of, we want you to become a member, and the membership is cheap, and then I gotta go through qualifications to see the other side of the range. It is a nice facility, but I don't want to go through all that.
Yeah,
I don't go through all that. So
for sure. What's the worst gun that you ever shot or feel like it's the worst?
That I've owned or shot?
Let's do both. What's the worst you own and what's the worst you shot?
I think the worst gun I've ever owned was like a little 25. It's like a little 25 that I had. And I think the worst gun I've ever shot was a high point.
Really?
It just wasn't for me. I don't know. Maybe everybody's, you know, bad mouthing it got to me, but when I picked it up, I just did not like it. I was just like, this is gross.
Yeah, was it the trigger?
It was just the whole feel of it. It just felt like I was holding a brick. It genuinely felt like I was holding a brick.
That's true too. That's true too.
But not for anybody who has a high point. If you have a high point and that's your budget, listen, rock out with it. Because if I had nothing and I need to pick up a high point, I'm picking it up. So
For sure. For sure. Yeah, I get the whole brick thing. That's true. But it is budget friendly.
It is very, very, very budget friendly.
Oh, and then sometimes too, I tell people, you know, you have to kind of test the bullets that you use in your gun as well. 100%. Because not every gun, just because it's a 9mm, don't mean it like that brand of bullets. I noticed that with my Taurus. You know, Taurus get a bad name, but I was like, you know what? It's not the gun. It's the bullets that certain people use.
Yeah.
And then with Taurus guns, you have to put at least 100 rounds in there for it to actually continue to run smoothly and things like that, which I feel like that's with any gun. Any new gun I get, I feel like it's going to, you know, jam and misfire, you know, all that type of stuff. So, okay. Now, what gun would you recommend for a beginner? Somebody who's just starting out, knows nothing, you know? So
I would go, and this is my thing. I had this conversation with somebody too. The budget. Your budget is your absolute friend. You know, what can you afford?
Yes.
Comfortably. Not, I got the money, you know, this gun is, I don't know, $500 and I have $450. Like, it's like, all right, be realistic. What can you really afford? And it's not going to hurt you. That's always my biggest, you know, my first thing. But, that's a hard one. I've been playing with firearms for a while, so I want to say I would direct somebody towards a Glock. I really would, but if they couldn't, there's other firearms like Ruger SR9 and SR9C.
My best friend has one. Yeah.
Firearm. I carried one, you know. Let's see. There's a few Berettas. Is it Beretta? No, not Beretta. I got to think of the name. But besides that, like the SECYs, you know, I trashed all of them. I wouldn't lie. But
yeah,
I heard they're not too bad.
You know, they're not. A lot of people think they're bad because they look pretty, you know, because they got all the different colors.
Yeah.
But the same, I like those because of how it's formed. The little you put the bag in, you got the grip. And you got your pinky, it don't hang. And I always tell all my women friends, hey, get that. You know, you're gonna get anything, get that because it's small enough. I don't recommend that they put it in a purse, but as long
Yeah.
as you put in your purse in your pocket, you
Yep.
know, and I think it's easier. The recoil is okay. It's not as aggressive as it others could be. So I do like those. I do want one actually just because I want the color. But I,
Hey,
you know,
get it, just shoot it, shoot it, get comfortable with
yeah,
it.
get comfortable with it, and it's budget friendly.
Yeah, and it's
Friendly.
so all due respect and no disrespect to anybody, I'm not a big fan of Taurus unless they're like the Revolvers. But
Okay,
I've been arguing with people over this too, and everybody's seeming to like the G3C. Is
that's
it
what I got.
G3C? Everybody's seeming to like that, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
there's that. There's a bunch of other firearms. There's a bunch of firearms that you can get in that $200 to $400 range.
Yes, I've learned that over the years. Yeah.
There's a bunch. There's a bunch, so don't spend on your first firearm. Don't spend too much,
I agree.
Get some rounds, get some practice, get some training, understand your firearm.
Yes.
You said understand what rounds does it like. If it likes this and it doesn't like that, understand build that relationship.
Yep. And read your manual. People do not read the manual.
Read the instructions, learn how to clean it.
Yep.
Because like 50 Cent, that's your buddy. Wherever you go, he goes, that's your buddy. Like you gotta keep it with you.
Y'all, it's your girl Pimp. Have to come on here. A lot of people ask me all the time, Pimp, where you be getting your hoodies? I love your hoodies. I love your shirts. Well, I get them from a couple of different places. I love to support Black owned especially. This week's hoodie is BSafe Clothing. Make sure y'all go check them out at www.bsafeclothing.com. It was founded by a bunch of like-minded people who was devoted and determined to deliver good style worldwide. Once again, BSafe Clothing is where I go to get most of my hoodies, my long sleeves. They got jackets, they got Lettermans, they got hats, socks. I love the socks. The socks are real comfortable. So make sure y'all go check out bsafeclothing.com and tell them Pimp sent you. Gotcha. Now, because you just mentioned revolvers, I know, I don't see a lot of people carrying revolvers lately.
No, revolvers. A lot of people have them. They keep them in the house. Everybody moved on to the more capacity, more rounds. Revolvers are nice. But hey, listen, if you don't got something and that's what you got, rock out with it. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Oh yeah. Now, do you have kids?
I have one.
You have one. Okay. Yeah. How old is boy, girl?
He's a boy. It's a boy. He'll be 2.
Oh, that's awesome. So, how's that been, fatherhood?
The hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. It's wonderful. But it's crazy at the same time. It changed. That was probably the third major change in my life. So I'm pretty adapted to it now. It's cool. It's cool.
It's good. Yeah. I bring that up because we always have this discussion about kids and guns, and I'm for when they get a certain age, educating them and letting them handle a gun. Because I tell people all the time, 11-year-old taught me how to shoot the first time I ever shot. We went deer hunting. And I mean, he knew how to unload it, clean it, cock. He knew everything about it. And I thought that was just so amazing. And I'm like, why not more kids? I feel like if more kids was educated on it, it'll be less likely to go have an accident.
Yeah, of course. It's killing the curiosity.
Yep.
As a kid, when we're kids, we're told not to do stuff. And what do? We try our best, our hardest to go do it. So stay away from that firearm. As soon as you look away, they're gonna look for it. So you just introduce them to it, do it slow, ease them in, and go from there. Teach them from young, because then it just becomes a part of their life. It's normal.
Right. And they don't have that urge.
Everyday thing. It's not, it's nothing crazy. It's not one of those kids, I'm gonna get my dad's gun. It's like, no, it's not like that. It's gonna be, yeah, my dad has a gun. Who cares?
Right. Who cares? Yeah. We go to the range. Okay.
Yeah.
For
That's
sure.
it.
Yeah, and I tell them all the time, like they don't have to have no big 9. They can do with the little 22s.
Yep.
They even got the 22 rifles.
Yep.
You know, things of that nature. It doesn't have to be a big gun. Even I follow, her name is Autumn. I forget her last name, but I think she's about 8 or 9 years old.
The young girl who
yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't want to come. Yeah.
Shoot the firearms that girl shoots.
Yes.
You know, as far as power, like everything across the board, rarity, like everything.
Everything.
I'm like, you know, her dad, and she's always with her dad. Her dad did good.
Her dad did good. Because I mean, I've seen her shoot some guns. I know grown men will be scared to shoot.
Handle.
And yep.
Can't handle. They'll probably never get their hands on. Like, you know, it's just everything.
And I know it was an incident a while back, maybe like 3 or 4 months back. Somebody was broke into this lady's house and she couldn't get to her gun right away. And her son, who she had trained and everything, he didn't have his own firearm, but he knew, I guess they had like a secret code or whatever. He knew where to go to go get it. And he shot that person who was attacking his mom.
It is what it is.
You know, and I said, see, they don't expect the kid to know what they're doing.
Yep.
So, I mean, I haven't heard an update on that case, but I'm pretty sure everything worked out well. But the fact that he saved his mama's life from this attack.
What I don't even understand. The court system's crazy, but I don't even understand how you could blame the kid.
Exactly.
You blame him, it's his mom.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my best.
Of course.
I'm gonna do my best. So how do you feel about like the gun shows and things of that nature? Because I know I've been going to a couple of them, and I really don't see like a big difference between like the prices. I know a lot of people go because they said the prices are different, maybe with the ammo, but I don't see the difference between the gun shows and then like going to, you know, a gun shop.
Yeah. So I used to like going to gun shows. At one point, you weren't able to get firearms cheaper.
Okay.
And I feel like, from my personal experience, that the last gun show I went to, the last 2 gun shows I went to, everything seemed to be a little bit more pricey. Mm-hmm. Like, even if it was by, you know, and there's probably me being picky, $30, $40, $50, even up to $100. And I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know, I might go to my local, you know, gun store.
Yeah.
So as far as gun shows wise, if you're just getting into firearms, I think people should go. You know, they have a lot of stuff there.
They do
a lot. Even if you're going to buy something, cool. Even if you're going to window shop, just look, talk to people. You're going to see some stuff that your local gun store may not have, but they may be able to get.
That's true.
So, you know, just go and look around. Check it. It's an experience.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience.
So.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience because I even seen like cool knives there.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. I'm like, oh wow, okay. I see bows. I was like, selling bow and arrows, like. So I do like that part. Yeah, I do like that part. And like I said, the ammo seems to be a little bit cheaper. I mean, I guess because they make, you know, selling in boats, but still. So what's next on your list as far as your gun collection goes?
I think the SIG X5 Legion, that's where I'm at.
Okay.
I almost bought one last week, but I really couldn't because I'm the type of person, you know, I have my family, I have my house, you know, I got my bills, I got my stuff I got to take care of. And then I got my play around money, you know, and even my play around money is kind of counted for certain things. You know, I go to the range just about every weekend. I got to buy ammo. You know, there's parts and stuff I got to buy. There's a bunch of stuff like, you know, so I was going to buy it and I was just, let me hold off a little bit. But yeah, for the most part, that's going to be my next pickup. It's the X5 Legion.
Excited. You going to do a review and everything on it?
Of course.
Okay. Well, let everybody know what you got coming up as far as your YouTube goes, how they can reach you.
You know, look up Kick Up Dust 308 or Kick Up Dust SIG, Kick Up Dust Guns. As far as my YouTube, I'm trying to plan some good content. It's a little hard. It's cold, so I do a lot of indoor stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm trying to bring something interesting, but I gotta wait. I gotta wait a little bit. Trying to get some fun stuff going, you know, some funny stuff, some serious stuff. You know, outside of that, I also have a giveaway that I'm doing.
Oh wow, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's a life pod safe. It's a gun safe.
Oh man. Okay.
It's TSA approved.
Okay, that's important.
With it, it has a keypad. It has the actual key. You can put whatever in there. It doesn't always have to be guns.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, for anybody who's watching, you're going to be on the lookout. I'm going to be doing that within the next 2 weeks, and I'm trying to figure out the logistics of it.
Okay.
You know, I've done a giveaway, so being honest, I really don't know exactly what I'm doing. But I figured I'd, you know, express it to you, and I post a video on my page, and, you know, get everybody involved, and, you know, see what happens. Somebody's going to go home with that.
Somebody's gonna go home with that. Well,
I have one. I love it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, because some Urban Gun Reviews, I think he has one, and I want to say Lady Wick or Lady Red Phoenix. One of them has one as well. I saw. So yeah, that'll be an awesome giveaway.
It's a good travel case, you know, and it's TSA approved. You can fly with it. You can
fly with it.
And you can fly with it.
Yeah.
And it's not really that easy to get into, you know. They're pretty solid.
They're pretty solid. Well, I really, really appreciate this interview.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. I'm enjoying the content so far. So I know you said, you know, you're just figuring it out. You're doing a great job faking the phone, if that's the case.
I'm just trying to, you know, figure some stuff out. You know, this YouTube stuff is it's fun. It's fun, but like your first 3 videos, it's like, yeah, my videos. And then after that, you really got to start putting a little thought into it.
Yeah.
You know, what you want to do, how you want to do it. And that's what I do. You know, so.
That makes sense.
Sometimes something can lead up to the next thing, you know, and
Absolutely.
You get an idea and you're like, oh man, I got an idea, and you write it down, but you have 2 other ideas that you have to get out before you get to that one.
Yep.
You know? So.
Yeah, and you know, like you said, you got family, you got work, so it's hard because people always tell me, "Yeah, put more videos out." I'm like, but I go to work, you know.
No, like, I be on my phone at work, guys. You know, like.
Yeah. So it's hard, but I try, but I definitely like to try to do these interviews and things of that nature.
For sure.
So
you know, keep doing your thing. Keep doing it. You know,
I'm gonna keep trying. I'm trying to get 1 million. That's my goal. 1 million subscribers. I know that's far fetched, but
you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short. You never know. It could be one video that changes everything.
Yep, that's what my people always tell me. That's what they always say.
Changes everything. You know, so.
That is true.
Keep doing what you're doing. You got a positive page going on, you know?
Yes, I'm excited. And I'm going to get in the range more and things like that. Because, you know, in Illinois, we don't have no outdoor range. The closest one is maybe 2 hours away.
Okay.
So I do want to get out there because I got a Mauser 22 long rifle I want to shoot.
Nice.
There's a couple of rifles I want to buy. And I know sometimes the gun range kind of frown on a lot of them. So I want to get outdoors too.
Listen, you buy what you buy and you're taking it there and you're going to shoot. It's like, I'm bringing you business. I'm paying you to use your facility to shoot.
Yeah.
As long as you respect their rules, what's the issue?
What's the issue? Yeah. But they are, you know, they come up with something, you know. But yes, but I'm going to keep doing it.
I've been to many ranges where they're just like, you know, I don't even want to get into it, but, you know, I've gone to a lot of different ranges.
Yes.
So, these ranges, MD Arsenal, they're pretty good out there.
True. I got to come visit West Virginia. I'm checking.
Why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
I'm going to have to bring my gun, go to the range.
Why not?
Well, all right. Yeah. Well, all right, YouTube. That is it for this segment of Black Excellence. Thank you, Kick Up Dust, for doing this interview with me. Y'all make sure y'all go to his channel and subscribe, and make sure you share good content. I'm definitely gonna put it in the description below. Make sure y'all subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thumbs it up, thumbs it down, leave a comment, boo it, whatever. As long as you watching it, I don't care. Until the next video, people, I will see y'all later. Peace.
Bye.